EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of the game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
This is caught by Addison. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down at 7. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That false start costly. Moves them back to the 9 now, 1st and goal. Here's McCarthy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
18 Cardinals, cut 19, cut 19.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. To the air with McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Now McCarthy. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
A 26-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Another run here with Benson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That's another Cardinals first down.
Here's Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A 6-yard.
The Cardinals had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. And they were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And the Vikings first down.
Throwing is McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. That's caught right side by Palmer. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Kyler going to give this to Benson. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Elijah Moore, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marvin Harrison Jr., 48 yards. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Groupie able to add the PAT. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
10-10 our score after 1 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to throw. McCarthy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Let's go.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down. McCarthy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
McCarthy's pass.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Shotgun now from Murray. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On first down, it's Benson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Murray now. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
He'll try again. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. A point after, good by Groupie. And that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, an interception to result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Addison will go in motion left. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
Gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 47-yard line.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Vikings, first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Minnesota.
They'll give this to Hubbard running right. And he'll take this down to the 33.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He'll try to pick it up himself. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Going for it, here's McCarthy. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. From the gun, Murray. Open man is Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Murray going to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw, it's Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
A gain of 3.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road. Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit to prevent him from adding another catch to his big start.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding Hawkinson here on the out route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Viking 18.
Looking to throw McCarthy. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
McCarthy going to throw again. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half.
20, Vikings 13.
The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's second and 10. Give left side for Benson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd and 8. Murray now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. Loose inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That's another Vikings.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17.
The 17-yard line.
Here's McCarthy. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now it's 2nd and 10. There's Murray. A short throw there to Strange. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here is 3rd down and 4. To throw is Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And the Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On the handoff, Benson running right. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Josh Palmer, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns. Groupie able to add the PAT. And a lead now up to 14. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Throwing now is Murray. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Throwing on second and long. Murray. Quick hitch complete. It's Palmer.
Murray's pass complete to number 5, Josh Palmer. Brings up third down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. A give up the middle with Benson. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They run over center with Benson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Benson with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. The point after, good by Groupie. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And he returns this to the 22. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To the air with McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Now McCarthy. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, for the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They'll go again with Benson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Wilkinson. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Wilkinson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
15-yard line.
Murray now running left off the option. He pitches it. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Elijah Moore, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cards up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. There's Robinson showing the flash. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. Wide open receiver complete. He's to the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Vikings 20.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 9.
Now Murray off play action. He's got this downfield to McBride. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 44 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
They run the counter. Milton. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
On 4th down, on his groupie to try the field goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Milton. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
2 yards.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2nd down and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Milton.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable